Hey people, how are you today? Today I wanted to show you a few ways on how you can fill your sketchbook. There are a lot of things I want to show you today, so let's dive right into it. First way is to cover the whole page with one color first and then to collage over it. If you want to cover a mistake, just use acrylic paint because that's opaque, and then just glue random beautiful stuff onto it. The next way is to just draw a portrait and add a quote that you love. You can draw any kind of portrait. I found this one on Pinterest. It's a model. I draw beautiful people because they are very easy to draw compared to more complex people. It's just a front view because that's the easiest to draw, and yeah, I didn't aim for realism. It's just a sketch and it's a sketchbook after all. I tried to make it as pretty as possible, but it's still a place for practice. Most of the time I try to make the pages fit together by using the same colors on the left and the right side. The next one is perfect if you want to cover your mistakes as well. Just use scrapbooking paper and magazine cutouts and any kinds of quotes that you love, and you can cover your mistakes or just fill a blank page. I also added 2 quotes to the right side. That was the sketch for my art blog video, by the way. Next one, draw the things you want to improve on. So I drew a hand and I really hated that page because I hate drawing hands, but I really have to improve that. I drew my own hand and of course I moved it about 1,000 times, and yeah, I tried my best, so it turned out quite okay, but I really hate drawing hands. I really have to do it more often so that I can improve, because you can't really avoid it if you draw a lot of people. And then I wanted to add a real flower, but I didn't want my sketchbook to get too thick, so I drew the flower. You can also add real flowers if you feel like it. I think that looks really nice. Then I drew a person in an angle that's very hard to draw, and also a woman with short hair, or she has her hair back, and I think that's so hard to draw because it's hard to let her look feminine enough if she doesn't have a lot of hair. And you can't cover the mistakes, you have to draw the ears. Yeah, it doesn't look like my reference picture, but I think it turned out quite okay. And then I drew a guy, and he doesn't really look like a guy, he looks more like a girl. But it's okay, I'm more used to drawing women. I just started drawing men because in my next video there will be a man. So stay tuned for that one. Yeah, and yeah, I really loved his hair on the reference picture, but that angle is so hard to draw, but it's okay. It's just a collage of things that I find hard to draw. And then I just copied some leaves from other artists because I think when you're practicing, it's okay to copy others. I tell you that it's not my original work, so here we go. And I drew a rose. I tried to make it look like those tattoo roses. It didn't turn out like that. I think I have to copy one of those roses to try to learn that. And then I added a background to just put everything together. You can do that in your sketchbook when you draw a lot of stuff that doesn't really fit together and you just want to have a finished page. You can do that with colored pencil like I did, or you can add watercolor or acrylic paint, just anything, it's up to you. I used colored pencil because my sketchbook really hates water. And the next one is to create a vision board. You can do that for the first page of your sketchbook, just to have something positive you can look to every time you open your sketchbook. Or you can do that just in the middle. I used that to cover some spots where the paint went through because I used watercolor on the other page, and like I said, my sketchbook hates watercolor and it went through the page, and so I didn't want to draw anything on that page because it wouldn't have looked that good. So I decided to create a vision board there. It's basically a collage of things that inspire you, so you can do any type of collage, just things that you think look pretty. But I think in art journal or sketchbook, a vision board is quite nice to look to. But don't do too many in one book or it will get so fat that you won't be able to draw in it anymore. And the next one is to draw just anything with flowers. So you can add flowers in the background as well, and it will put everything together. You can do that with flowers or just any other type of ornament or pattern, feathers, or whatever feels inspiring to you. I drew that little hedgehog because I tried to save a hedgehog I found on the street, and he was still alive, but he died in my car, so I was quite sad about that. And then I decided to draw him in my sketchbook, and I think it turned out really cute. And then I added those kind of bubbles in the background to put everything together. In hindsight, I wish I would have used green instead of blue, but it's quite nice. I didn't do the left page because I started a figure drawing there and it's not done yet, so we'll see how this page will turn out. Let me know in the comments if you want to see a sketchbook tour when I finished it. And the last one is figure studies, of course, because if you like drawing people, you will have to learn that sooner or later. And figure studies are a great way to fill sketchbooks because you can do 5-minute studies like I did here. Those are really not perfect. I just did 5 minutes of everything, and then I added fine liners just to put everything together. And you will fill your sketchbook quite fast if you do these, and I think it looks quite nice. And then I added just a few shapes in the background, again to put everything together. Because when you just draw random things, I've yet to figure out how this will look nice as a composition. And I think when you add shapes to the background, you can really kind of save the composition and it will look great, whether the composition was great in the first place or not. That video was quite a lot of work, so I'd really appreciate it if you'd leave a comment down below or tell me if you liked that video, and if you want to see more of those videos, just let me know. Give this video a thumbs up. I'd really love to see your support. And those are all my finished pages. I did quite a lot of pages here, and my sketchbook will be filled very soon, so let me know if you want to see a sketchbook tour then. So that's it for this video. I wish you a really nice day, and until next time, goodbye.